What's up guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant and welcome back to the channel where you join me tonight for another screen uniformity and burn-in test on my 65-inch LG C10 OLED. Now this is month number 8 of these tests, and the last one that we conducted, the TV had a grand total of 1,850 hours of screen on time. This has now increased up to a roughly 2,050 hours. So yes, we have breached that 2,000 hour mark, which means that the TV automatically ran the pixel refresher. Now, if you don't know what this is, then I'll be putting a link in the description, and I'll try and pop one up in the corner there as well to a video that I've just done all about that 2,000 hour automatic pixel refresh. Now, a lot of you guys who did watch that video were very keen to see the results of what that pixel refresher has potentially done. Has it improved anything or made it even worse? Potentially. I'm also intrigued as much as you guys are. I've genuinely not run any tests as of yet. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if anything has changed. Usage wise, I'd say not so much gaming on the Xbox or the PlayStation. Done a little bit, but not overly a lot this month. What I have done is I've watched a lot more movies. Most of those have in black bars, top and bottom. So yeah, I've been watching 1, maybe 2 movies a day like that. Now, just before we start the test, just want to touch on one subject, and that is regarding the screen on time. You guys keep asking me how I calculate it. Is there somewhere in the settings where I get to see how many hours it's been on for? Unfortunately not. I have to literally just jot down how many hours I think the TV has been on for and then just total it up. Other parts of the world do get the ability to check the screen on time. The way that you should be able to check is by getting your remote, doing a long press on the settings button, go down to support and then to TV information, and you should, as far as I know, find it in there, a little menu where it will say about the screen on time. Time for the first test then, and that is the 5% grayscale. Now, if you are a regular to the channel, you may notice these regular patches. So it doesn't look like there has been any change regarding them. So we still have this dark area to the left there, which has always been present since day one. And this area on the right hand side, just stretching up and sort of thinning out just up there. Now, vertical lines, we do have a few. Again, I think they may be a little bit less than they were before. As I mentioned in my previous video, does seem to be just improving over time, just little by little, which is great news. But at this moment in time, I can't honestly say there is anything dramatic from that pixel refresh, which does run for an hour and is meant to clear up any screen uniformity issues or anything like that, or any potential burn-in. But we didn't have any burn-in before, and I wouldn't say there was any major screen uniformity issues anyway. Nothing that I could see when watching regular TV anyway. So yeah, a slight maybe change for the better, but nothing dramatic anyway. Moving on to the colour sweep now then, and as usual I'll just let this rotate through once and then we will stop it on some colours and take a closer look, paying particular attention to the corners where you get your static logos, and have a look for any dead or stuck pixels, but hopefully we won't find anything untoward. First up then, we will start with a nice bright white. Looks a little bit blue on camera, but trust me, in person, it looks crisp and yeah, nice white. So we're going to go in nice and close then, starting off top left-hand corner. And going to work along. And as I always say, if you do notice anything, point it out, please. I do sometimes miss, things on the screen. It's a bit awkward to record and concentrate at the same time. And fair play to someone last week, sorry I can't remember your name, but they did notice something on the screen that I and a lot of you guys missed. So I came back to the TV to have a closer look. I thought, oh, it could be a dead pixel, but no, it was just a little bit of dirt on the screen. So if you do think you've got a dead pixel or stuck pixel on the screen, it might be worth just wiping it with a cloth, just to make sure that it's not actually a little bit of dirt, because it can play on your eyes a bit and make it look like it is a dead or stuck pixel, just looking at the center there. And yeah, to me that looks absolutely fine. Blue is the next color that we're going to take a closer look at. So starting off top left once again. And I just want to point out, my daughter has been watching a lot of CBeebies. That is a UK kids TV show, and that has a logo that it's up in this corner, sort of got a lot of yellow to it, but it rotates around to another logo. But as you can see, there is no sign of that whatsoever. Just moving along. And also I've been watching the Formula One. Now I know a lot of you guys ask me about sports and sort of the scores being stuck up on the screen. Now unfortunately I don't watch many sports like football or anything like that, but I do like the Formula One. And again, you know, you do get things stuck up on the screen there, but can't see anything at all that is obvious. So that is great news. Now let's move on to the next colour. Lovely vivid green is next then. Top left once again, and moving across. And if there were any signs of burning, we'd probably see some sort of like outline of, you know, maybe one of those static logos, almost like a impression of it left on the screen. But this is looking really, really good so far. Now I know a lot of people complain and say, well, it's only a short amount of time, come back in 5 years. Well, unfortunately, you know, I can't click my fingers and sort of fast track it, but you know, I'm just giving you a real world test here as I progress through the ownership of this TV. And you know, so far it is looking spot on. Red is the final colour then. And just carrying on from what I was just saying, a lot of people say to me, oh, why don't you just put the news on for like, you know, 24 hours a day, then you'll get burning, you'll see how bad these OLEDs are. Thing is, people don't sit there and watch the news for 24 hours a day. That's not, you know, real world viewing. You might get the odd weirdo or do something like that, but generally most people won't. And, you know, I use the TV like a normal person would, mixed viewing, you know, gaming, watching films, watching TV shows, soap operas, kids programs, all that sort of stuff. You know, real good mixed bag of content. So no, I won't be sitting there just watching the news 24 hours a day to deliberately get burning to prove a point. It's like saying, you know, getting a car and saying, well, you know, smash it in the wall and I can guarantee it will break. Well, but that's pretty obvious really. But using it in a normal manner, so far, you know, everything looks hunky-dory. Well, there you go then, guys. That was another positive screen uniformity and burn-in test, which is great news, especially if you are looking to purchase one of these TVs. Now, I can't guarantee that you won't get burn-in, but, you know, from an average guy using a TV in an average way, I've got nothing negative to say about having an OLED and owning an OLED. You know, it's so far been a real positive experience. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, if you could do me the massive favour of just hitting that thumbs up button, it would really make so much of a difference because it will help promote this video so other people get to see it. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then please consider doing so. So, thanks very much for joining me today, and hopefully I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.